Good afternoon, welcome. Very excited to have with us today, at the end of the week, Florian Rotberg, who is the General Manager of Invidis Consulting. Welcome, Florian. Thank you for coming. Now, you've been really busy this week with Mike Blackman. You're the brains behind much of the education sessions and certainly in the digital signage space, some of the things that have been happening this week. Tell us a little bit about the two or three different things that you've been doing each day during ISE.
Well, we did a lot of stuff, to be honest, and we have done it for the last 7 years. So we helped, Mike and the whole ISE team to build up the digital signage sphere around here. So what we have done in the past days, we did like daily tours around the show floor, which are very, very popular because they're independent. So we just show the innovation. Most of the stops are smaller companies, so we're not stopping at the big ones because anyone is going to NEC on all the big booths. But we're looking at the new, the innovative ones. So that's where we stop, and people liked it. It's 1.5 hours, and we were like every day fully booked, which is fantastic.
So first one is a tour.
It's a tour, exactly.
Okay, and then before the tour, though, you did a daily briefing.
Oh yeah, there's a market briefing before. That's what we do already for many years. Before we start with the tour, we have a little room, and we educate the market. We tell them about market numbers, about trends and drivers. Who's big and who's coming, and LED walls are coming, and what's interesting for them. Really compromise in 20 minutes in a presentation everybody can take home with.
And then every day there was also another presentation on a topic. I think I saw RFPs, I saw corporate communications. They were in the morning sessions typically, were they?
Exactly, there's a public there, the theaters, in the commercial theater, which is in Hall 8, the digital signage hall, and there we give like 2 presentations per day, and well, they're typical invidis presentations, with about RFP, how to do a good RFP, how to do digital signage and commercial in the commercial environment. Or yesterday we did a lot of stuff about retail, connected customers, customer journey, and how you connect it with digital touchpoints. Okay,
well, you, Florian, and Oliver Schreider are very good at doing those things, and I know they've been very well received. Mike Blackman spoke yesterday very highly of the education and stuff that's going on. Makes a big part of the event, makes it different to other events. Now, you're actually taking some of these ideas to InfoComm in the US in June, are you not?
Well, exactly. We've done it for so many years here that InfoComm, approached us and said, they want to get this quality of education also to North America. So they asked us to bring us to InfoComm. So this time will be the first time we will also do it at InfoComm in Vegas. Yeah.
Fantastic. Now. All the people on our show, we've asked them what trends they've seen. You've mentioned LED. I think the one trend that everybody's mentioned is LED, the rise of LED, the fine 1.5 mil or less dot pitch stuff. What else have you seen apart from LED?
Obviously OLED. OLED is a big thing. To be honest, I still think it's not ready to be used in the B2B environment, but pretty much everybody is presenting OLED now. But this is obviously factory driven. It's not the demand of customer. Nobody asked for 4K displays, nobody asked for OLED. But as 95% of all displays being produced are consumer TVs, obviously, it's factory driven. We get the same stuff also for the B2B world. And next year, everybody will have, 4K displays, LED based, and as well as OLED.
Okay. Now, you're obviously quite happy with the fourth day. Like many journalists and press and consultants, more chance to dinners in the evening, more drinks, but more chance to actually go around the show. You must be very pleased also, along with Mike, the success of the fourth day and the numbers that it's helped drive.
Oh yeah, look at the show floor today. The best thing was yesterday was a very full day. You always have a last day, you cannot change that. But yesterday was fantastic, was almost as full as day 1 and day 2, which was fantastic. And even today it's full halls. We were fully booked, with our guided tour and everything. So we are very, very excited about that. And Mike obviously will later announce the numbers and everything, but they are very positive and they are pretty
now,
much.
You also used the show as an opportunity to announce the OVAB Europe and the Digital Signage Federation deal. So for those of you who don't know, OVAB Europe is one of the leading lights of the association space in Europe for many years. Digital Signage Federation is the equivalent in North America. Explain a little bit about the deal, what it was, and the reasoning behind that, if you can.
Well, it was quite interesting because DSF approached us. They said, they want to expand to Europe and to other areas because their members are also expanding to these areas. But obviously, the markets are quite different, and you know that better than me. North America is very different to Europe. And they approached us, they asked us, you're doing so much stuff about standards, RFPs and everything. That's something we want to learn and want to exchange this information. And wouldn't make sense to team up. And we sat together and we said, really, that's a win-win situation. For us, the OVAB brand wasn't that important anymore because, to be honest, it never really worked. Because DPAA renamed themselves and everything, so there wasn't really a benefit for this one. So for us, it was, a logical decision to say, okay, let's, team up with DSF and do something together with them. And now we will be DSF Europe in the future, and we hope, we'll have more global members and we can learn from them. Especially, they have a lot of end users, which we don't have as members. They're quite successful with this one, and then teaming up up exchanging information, and we're looking forward to that.
That's good. That's really nice. I think it's a very good initiative. So DSS, DSS is the Digital Signage Summit series of programs you put together. So we've done, last year you had the event in Munich, which is the one that most people know. It's moved this year. So tell us a bit more about the reasons for moving it to June. It was September. And the other DSS ones you have throughout the year, because you have 3 all... No, with Vegas, you're going to have 4, aren't you? So
well, no, 6 to be honest.
6. Tell us which ones they are.
Well, we started the conference as an invidis conference 9 years ago, so it's the 10th year now. It's unbelievable how time flies. And we always had it in September traditionally. And last year we introduced Dubai. For the first time we went to Dubai with more than 200 participants, which was fantastic. And we have done Moscow already for a long time, which is a different business case, which is more on the educational part. And now being so successful, Infocom asked us, to move also to North America. And now we have 6 events, from starting here, as the old show floor event here in Amsterdam, to Las Vegas, to Infocom, then to Munich, then to Dubai in September, and then further on to New York City and Moscow. And so we had to reshuffle a little bit our agenda. And the September thing was always great for us. We always loved it because it was perfectly timed with Oktoberfest, as you know, the big beer festival. But hotel prices were really, really expensive. And we only had this 1 week, and we were always colliding with other shows, not so much on an international level, but on a German level. And so we totally looked at how we can rearrange that. And so we said, okay, we have to move before summer break. This was difficult again because this year it's football European Championship. So we had to find 2 days where there are no games. We exactly found them. And so now that's the reason why we moved to end of June.
Okay, so the Munich's DSS event is the end of June?
Exactly, yeah.
And you will be in Infocom in the early part of June?
Exactly,
DSS.
yeah.
Good. Okay, well, Florian, thanks very much for coming on.